Hello everyone, this is Suresh from Azure ADB. Today our topic is how to create data frame with null values using PySpark. So first what we'll do, so I'm importing required functions here from SQL.types. I'm importing struct type, struct field, and string type and integer type. So first we'll see with one example how to create data frame with none values. So first I'm creating one sample data frame. So this is my data. So this I have list of elements. So here what I'm doing, if you see here, we have all the values and some places I mentioned none. So that means wherever I mention none, while after creating data frame, so this will generate as null values. So for this, I mentioned column names. So total, I have three values here. So in this first one is employee name. Second one is age of employee. That is this one. Third one is experience in years. That is this one. And final one is salary per month. So this one. So total, I have four columns and I have relevant data for this. So by using spark.create data frame, I am creating data frame. I'm pausing data, this whole data I'm pausing, and this is my columns. So this is my columns. If I try to create this, if you see here, you will find nulls. So suppose if you see this one, second row, see second row, second record, I mention as none. So we are getting second row, second record as null. So similar way, you can cross verify in third record, fourth to last one. So if you see third record, fourth one, it generating null. So similar way, you can check according to this. So parallelly, you can cross verify here data types of each column. Next, we'll see for one more example. So how to create null values using with column. So here what I'm doing, so we have this data frame and on top of this, what I'm doing, I'm using with column and my column name is value. Here I'm using lit none. So inside that I'm mentioning none value. So here I'm trying two different ways. So one is in lit, I'm directly passing none and one more column I want to create as sales. And here what I'm doing, for lit of none, I'm converting to integer type. So here I'm using cast function and type is integer type. So if you run this code, so you will get two new columns. Okay, one is value, one is sales. See, both are getting all the records as null values. So why? Because in lit function, I passed none. So, but if you see data type is different. If you see here, first value, for value column, it giving as void. And for sales, it giving as integer. So if you give directly lit none, you are getting void type. And since I'm converting here to integer type, we are getting this as integer. So similar way, by using this icon, you can find here. If you place mouse here, see it showing void. And if you place mouse here, this is integer type. Okay, so next we'll see one more method. So creating data frame from row objects with null values. So earlier I passed list of elements, list of tuple elements. So here what I'm doing, instead of tuples, I'm using row method. So for that, I'm importing row from SQL, PySpark.SQL, I'm importing row. So I'm mentioning row. And inside that, I'm passing records. So for ID column, one I'm passing, for name, I'm passing Alec. So this is first row, this is second row, this is third row, this is fourth row. So if you see here, here I mentioned none, and here none, here none. So wherever I mention none, we'll get null values. So now by using this row of data, I'm creating data frame, spark.data frame, and I'm passing data. And And so while creating row method, no, so no need to pass a schema because the column names we are already mentioned here, ID and name. So we have two columns here that we are generating here, ID and name. And see here, here we are getting null values. And if you see last row, both the columns we passed none. So that's why we're getting nulls here. So similar way in third row, second record is null. And in second row, first record, second row, first record, that is null. And you can cross verify these data types also. So next we'll try one more method. So creating empty data frame with null placeholders. So for this, what I'm doing, first I'm defining schema. In struct type, I'm passing two struct fields. That means two columns. One is ID and one is name. So integer type and this is string type. So I defined schema here and I'm defining data here. So in data, so for first row, for both the columns, ID and name, I'm passing both none values. So total how many rows I'm passing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So total 5 rows I'm passing here, all are none values. So by using spark.create data frame, I'm passing this empty data. So this whole list of tuples I'm passing here and the schema I defined here. So now what I will get is, since I mentioned schema, ID, name, I have two columns, ID and name, but what I have data is all are nulls. So that means my all 5 records I will get as null values. Okay, so so you parallelly you can pass some values here instead of none. So you'll get some values here. So, and you can check your respective data types also here. So there are two things you can use for checking data frame. You can check here, or you can use print schema here. df.print schema you can print so that it will display separately. So according to your convenience, you can check either here or by using print schema. So that's all about this video, how to create null values of data frame by using PySpark. Thank you. If you really like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.